Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Appreciate Dunhuang Online. I'm Yinjun from Dunhuang Academy. Today, I will show you Cave 320 in Mogao Grottoes to see the classic images of apsaras and decorative patterns of the High Tang period. The High Tang period was the most brilliant stage of the Tang Dynasty art. During that time, the exchanges between Chinese and Western cultures along the Silk Road became more frequent, and the Buddhist art of Mogao Grottoes also developed significantly. The structure of this cave is a truncated pyramidal ceiling hall. The four slopes of the ceiling are all painted with thousand Buddha motifs. The south and north wall are painted with the preaching scene and the illustration of Amitraya Dhyana Sutra, respectively. The existing statues of Buddha, disciple, and Bodhisattvas in the niche are all original Tang works. Although most parts of the body have oxidized and discolored, the two Bodhisattvas at the front are graceful, beautiful, and natural, and the delicate and elastic skin reflects the aesthetic fashion of the Tang people. They make us feel the charm of the Tang statues and has a strong artistic appeal. The center of the caisson on the top of the cave is painted with the auspicious clouds peony pattern, and the caisson trees are painted with diamond patterns, honeysuckle designs, lotus petals, triangular valances, and bell patterns from the inside to the outside. The main colors are earth red, indigo, and green. The petals are shaded in layers of lapis lazuli and malachite, and the contrast is strong as well as harmonious. The early patterns of a flower medallion in Dunhuang Grottoes took the simplified and transformed lotus as the main theme, because the character of lotus, said as, comes out of the mud without staining, which is a symbol of purity and cleanness. Buddhists regard lotus as a holy thing, meaning reincarnation and the place where the soul is nourished. Later, ancient Chinese artists incorporated flowers such as peonies, camellias, and peach blossoms into the medallion pattern. In particular, peony, with its great beauty and natural fragrance, is often used to symbolize graceful and luxurious, and good fortune as one wishes in traditional culture. So, it is deeply loved by Chinese. People named this floral pattern as a Baoxiang flower, which is mainly based on peony and lotus flowers, with other floral elements, and then combined after delicate transformation. The design we have saw in the center of the caisson is right a typical Baoxiang flower pattern. This pattern used the color gradation technique, shading the main color of blue, green, and red into rich changes in dark and light, through ingenious conception and combination. It is presenting a colorful and magnificent visual effect, while giving people a feeling of gorgeous and dignified. In short, It is very representative and excellent work of cases in the High Tang period. Decorative patterns are an important part of grotto art and are the link between architecture, sculpture, and murals. They change with the shape, theme, and content of the grottos. In the Tang Dynasty, pattern art entered its heyday. Amitabha Dhyana Sutra illustration is painted on the entire north wall. In the middle of the illustration, a large amount of space is used to depict the wonderful scene of the Western Pure Land. And the resentment before birth and the 16 visualization are painted in the form of vertical scrolls on the right and left sides. The Pure Land takes the heavenly palace as the background, and we can see different kinds of instruments floating in the air, which are playing by themselves according to the saying in Sutra. In the center is Dharma assembly of Amitabha Buddha, and the music and dancing scene is in the lower part, and the incarnated children are listening to the Buddha preaching, and auspicious birds flutter their wings and chirp, all of which presenting a happy and peaceful atmosphere. The artists used perspective techniques to depict the scenes of Pure Land from different visual angles, clearly expressing the relationships of the images and architecture in the mural. The overall composition of the Dharma assembly on the south wall of this cave is relatively simple. Only scenes of the Buddha and many bodhisattvas preaching are shown. However, the 4 images of Apsaras in the Dharma assembly are excellent representatives of Dunhuang Apsaras art. Although the pigments are oxidized, they still have the charm of the High Tang period. 2 are a group respectively, and they fly to the upper center of the assembly from different directions. The 2 Apsaras flying in front seem to call their companions behind them. The other 2 behind them just raised their arms and fly up, as if answering the call while chasing. The rain of flowers falling freely and casually from the sky. The floating and flowing colored clouds look lively. The swirling ribbons of Apsaras fly gently. The creative combination of the elements brings out the light and agile body of the Apsaras and makes the whole picture more vivid. Today, we can often see this group of Apsaras in pictures and movies. For many years, it has attracted numbers of people with its eternal artistic charm. Looking at the entire cave, it has reasonable layouts, rigorous compositions, rich contents, and romantic styles. In a way, as a representative of the caves of Tang Dynasty in Mogao, it reflects the strong power of the nation and the prosperous culture during this period. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.